Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is going to be a yammery get ready with me. I'm actually leaving the house, so I put on makeup for an actual reason, not just because it's super fun and I love doing it. So if you want to see how I got this look and what I used and all of that and hear me yammer about nonsense, we're going to get into it in just a second. Let me just say real quick, if you're not already subscribed, now's a good time to do that. All right, I'm about to have a mostly naked face. Brace yourself. Okay, here we go. Looking kind of crazy. My eyes are done. Obviously, I got my hair pulled back so I could get my face done without getting makeup all over my hair. So I thought we could just like chat while I do my makeup because I'm actually going out of the house today. I know, can you even believe it? I'm very excited. So I'm going to put on makeup and just yammer about what we're doing, maybe have a little bit of a complaining moment. I'm just gonna start with my Myrics. I love this, if you couldn't tell. It's so good. I need to scrape out some from the edges. I use this as my foundation sometimes. I use it as a primer all the time. I absolutely love this stuff. I've got the universal shade, which has no pigmentation, in my cart for winter time because I don't want to not have this. I'm just gonna clean off my little spatula thingy. On my little puff, I'm just gonna press this in. So a few months ago, maybe yesterday at some point, my oldest sister posted on Facebook that Lori Morgan was going to be playing at the Lebanon Opera House. And so I bought us tickets. We are, of course, Lori Morgan fans. I'm a huge Lori Morgan fan. Not of like every single thing she's ever done, but most of it. So, and my sisters and I don't get to do a whole lot. You know, life gets in the way, all the things. So I bought the tickets and we're all going. So my youngest sister, my older sister, and of course Mike. Mike, not so much looking forward to seeing Lori Morgan. He's not necessarily a fan, but he likes me, so he's going so I can go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let me just put the cover on this before I drop it on the floor. And there's a cat hair on my nose. Got it. Cat's been coming in here. Speaking of cat, if you see him, ignore him. We're fighting. He has been such a turd lately. Oh my gosh. Okay, so hear me out before you start judging me. I mixed up some of my Makeup Forever and my e.l.f. Camo CC to make a shade that'll kind of work. It's not the color that I am, but I am wearing long sleeves, so this will hopefully work. Look how light that is, but it matches my neck, which is pretty much all you can see. I may have to darken this up with some bronzer, but it'll be fine. Okay, yeah, like in the mirror, it looks okay. My neck and my chest are still red. God, that's annoying. I tried to Google it. I didn't find anything. Anyway, back to Cat. So he's old. He came to live with us a little 14 years ago. 14 years ago, like this month. He was a stray. He just showed up one day. I've told the story. My daughter was like, oh, my BFF. And I was like, no, it's not. And then she left and, you know, put the cat down, let him just start running around again. And he went behind my chair and jumped up on me and just lay down in my lap. Now, I'm not an animal person. I'm not a huge fan of them. I have nothing against them necessarily, but I feel like animals are like people. Some are good and some just kind of suck. So I called my daughter on her phone because she just, you know, took off. And I said, come get this, your bestie off me. This isn't okay, man. And so she came back, got him down, he got right back up again. So I was like, all right, let's just, you know, like feed him. He was filthy and skinny and obviously had been on the streets a while. So we fed him, and then they wanted to bring him in the house, and I was like, oh my gosh. All right, but you have to clean him up first. Like, he is disgusting. Can't come in the house looking like that. So my daughter gave him a shower and cleaned him all up, and, you know, we fed him and kept releasing him, and he kept not leaving. So he just never leaves at all. He just stays. And, you know, it was like, someone feed the cat, someone let the cat out. We eventually dropped the, and he just stayed with us. So that's how we got Cat. Now, he's always been like, or he used to be like my cat. He just like turned into Mike's cat. So what was I saying? Anyway, the point of playing this. So he's 15 and a half years old now. Like, he's not young. And he's, I don't know, maybe he's a bit spoiled, but we haven't given him dry food, like dry cat food, in a very long time. I read a bunch of stuff that indicated maybe dry cat food wasn't the best. And so we just started giving him wet food. We've tried all kinds of different ones. I really thought he would like the freeze-dried stuff that you can get from, why can't I think of any words? Chewy. The stuff that you can get from Chewy. I ordered that for him. That was a hard no. I had this vision of like making him his own food. It was a pipe dream. That was never gonna happen. But I do feed him every 4 hours. He gets wet food every 4 hours, more if he's hungry. He is not a big cat. He has long hair, so he looks like a big cat, but he's not. He's very, very skinny. And so all of a sudden, he just starts acting crazy when there's food in his bowl. He wants me to clean it out and put more in. Like, even if he's like, I don't really know what's going on. So he will come over to the table and just start hitting me. Even if there's food in his dish, he just starts whacking me. And I'm like, no, you can't do that to me. That's not okay. He disagrees. So he just has kept on. And so for a while he got better, and I would try to get to his dish before it was empty, before he had a chance to whack me. But lately it's been, like I was saying, like, just, even if there's food in there, he will come at me. He will not eat, or even if he's eaten and his bowl is empty, he will come up on the table and hit me. He wants more food in his bowl. But just the last few days, he won't even eat when there's food in his bowl. Like, he just comes over, starts hitting me, wants me to put new food, more food. I don't know what in his bowl. I will even go to the extent of like pick up his bowl, bring it over to the sink, stir the food around a little bit, and put it back down for him. And then he'll eat it. But if I don't do that, he will not eat. He'll just keep hitting me. So often I have to leave the kitchen. Like, I'll be sitting there editing a video. Nope, I'll have to leave. He just will not leave me alone. So yeah, I'm in an abusive relationship with Cat, and he's just spoiled rotten. That's the problem. I let him get away with too much, but now, I mean, he's 15 and a half years old. What am I gonna do? I mean, I guess you could teach an old cat new tricks, but that seems like maybe not my best option. Yeah, I don't know. I've been using this. It's the concealer, the Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken 5-in-1 concealer, but I have this in hazelnut. And I really like this as a cream contour. It's so nice. I've been filming so much lately. My desk is a mess. Holy moly. But I've been having a ton of fun, so that's really cool. Okay, powder. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way translucent setting powder. I mentioned in a previous video, I have a ton of powders, and so I'm just trying to use them, figure out which ones I like, which ones I don't like. So on the agenda for the last week and probably this next one is the Too Faced. Weirdly, I really like that Wet n Wild pressed powder that I got for the cheapest, best rate at the drugstore video I did. That's really pretty good. I don't know if I love this Too Faced one, but I'm gonna keep trying it and see. Cat hair. Oh, the cat hair makes me crazy. So anyway, yeah, I was saying, like, I don't know what his problem is. I even can let him in here now. And the other makeup room is really small. And the closet in there had like the two kind of accordion doors. This one does too, but in that room it was so small I couldn't use the doors and get to the closet. So we took the doors off and left them off, and then Kat started puking in my closet. Not an ideal situation, let me tell you. So we had to put an end to him coming into the makeup room, and he would hold me hostage in there. Like, either he would not let me come out or he wouldn't let me go in all the time. It was awful. It really kind of made it so I didn't want to film because it was so hard to get in and out of there. But now, so this room, the closet doors are on. This, you know, he can come in here. I never minded him being in there. I just didn't want him to puke on my clothes. In case you don't know, I'm crippled and all of my things are hung down super low because I can't lift my arms. So that's how he can puke on them, because they're really close to the floor. And some of my stuff actually touches the floor. So that's how. Anyway, so he hasn't even wanted to come in here. Hardly at all. I leave the door open. He doesn't come in here. Like right now, the door's not shut or not latched. And he knows. Trust me, he knows. Mike went to work one morning, and he almost always like locks the door and, you know, whatever. But one morning, apparently he didn't pull it shut all the way. And so like an hour later, the door goes flying open, scared the heck out of me. And I was like, what the heck's going on? Cat knew the door was open, so he opened it the rest of the way because it wasn't latched. So he knows if the door is latched or not. And he will open a door. So he's a very smart cat. Totally knows what he's doing, which is why I think this whole like food thing is him just being a jerk. That's what I think. Mike says I should flick him, and I say no, I'm not flicking him. I don't really believe in hurting things, people, things, anything. So a little powder under here. He is, of course, kidding. Mike would never hurt Cat, ever. They're like BFFs. If we're friends on Facebook, you've pretty much already seen all the pictures of them. If we're not, send me a request. It's freaking hilarious. I need bronzer. I'm looking like a hot mess. It's kind of been a running theme here. Like my foundation just, I can't get it to match. My skin is always this color. My legs, nice and tan. My arms, nice and tan. But for whatever reason, my chest and my shoulders are always red. And I did try to Google it. I can't figure it out. I have no idea. Ask a doctor, you say? That'd be entirely too easy. All right, for bronzer, I have to tell you, I have been loving this L'Oreal Infallible bronzer. I love this. I think this was another one I picked up for the highest rate at the drugstore. And I have used it several days in a row. And that's saying something because I almost never use the same makeup any days in a row. I like to mix it up and grab different things and just play. I want to put all of it on my face so everybody gets a turn. But this is just flippin' gorgeous. It's so good. I like it so much. What was I saying before that? Cat Mike. Yeah, so I don't know what to do to make him stop being mean to me or holding me hostage away from the kitchen. It's like if I'm editing, he'll come up and stand right in front of my computer. He doesn't care. Just stands there. He'll do it even if I'm not editing, if he wants something from me. And that's fine. Like if I'm busy doing something and I haven't been paying attention, sure, come let me know. I'm happy to accommodate. But the hitting me, that's so weird. So weird. Shouldn't hit. And I will say, like, he never scratches me unless he's climbing up and down from my lap and like loses his balance. Like I said, he's pretty old. But like he doesn't really hurt me. But the hitting me thing is just so weird. I know it's gonna sound incredibly nuts, and I mean, I am. But I don't usually leave the house. If I do, it's to go to my sister's. Dax and I'll go for a walk or, you know, something like that. I don't go far and I don't do much. In fact, this last week, a year ago, was the last time I went shopping. I haven't been out to a store in ages. I really need to. I enjoy shopping. So needless to say, it's kind of a big deal going to this Lorrie Morgan concert. I'm really pretty excited. I was a huge fan in the 80s. Like, we love Lorrie Morgan. My mom listened to only country music. I'm gonna use this Odensai blush. So we got a lot of exposure to country music, and for me, like Lorrie Morgan, I don't know, just it's kind of a nice throwback to our childhoods when that's pigmented. You know, when things in theory are easier and what have you. So I'm excited that we're doing it. We're gonna go do dinner first, the girls and I and Mike, and that will be fun. Man, that blush is beautiful. Well, I mean, maybe that distracts from the fact that my foundation doesn't match. It's gonna be dark in there. No one's gonna know. Yeah, so if you're still here, I have a question for you. Do you like Lorrie Morgan, or, you know, did you back in the day? And if you answered yes to that, what's your favorite Lorrie Morgan song? I'm super curious about it because I have a few favorites. Probably a lot of favorites, actually. I'm gonna use this blush just under my wing out here. I really like how that looks with the orange eye look. I think it works out pretty well. I want to use this as well. It's the Solomane Some Light Love Blusher in Sienna Luster. This is like super glowy and orangey, so I want to use this, so rude, on my cheekbones. Are there any other artists from that era that you like? I am a huge fan of music, like a lot of music, not all of it because that's just not who I am, but I do like a lot of music. I know quite a bit. Man, that's pretty. Let's use this as the inner corner highlight too. Oh yeah. So for the rest of my highlight, I'm going to use my Lady Gaga, Casa Gaga highlighter, because it's like a nice warm gold color. I think it will complement the orange heavy look I'm doing. Also, another thing I've been liking to do is I've been using the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation Powder lightly with my brush and use that as like a finishing powder. It looks really nice on the skin. Usually I do the lashes before I highlight, but I of course forgot. Because, you know, I'm yammering and not thinking. Look at that. It just looks so good. And I feel like my eyes don't look as wonky as they did when we first started. The other little thing I've been doing is taking this little brush into either my bronzer or this powder, and I've just been running it right above my eyeshadow because my eye primer looks completely normal when I'm applying eyeshadow. But once I get my face done, it looks all crazy and weird. So I've just been using that to blend a little bit. And I think it's working pretty well. I will go back in with the Casa Gaga highlighter for my arch. Okay, I'm going to pop off camera real quick, throw on some mascara and some lashes, choose a lip, finish up my under eye, and I'll come back and we can wrap this video up. All right, that's the look done and dusted. I hope that you found this video at least a little entertaining. I was just kind of yammering, I guess. I don't even know if any of it made any sense, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I super appreciate you being here. Be good and remember to be kind to you.